Thanks for staying with us. We are here now in Africa, where in Somalia, at least 4 people have been killed and dozens more injured after jihadist militants attacked a popular hotel in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. Witnesses say they have heard multiple explosions and heavy gunfire coming from the Villa Rose Hotel near the presidential palace as security forces battled to regain control of the building Sunday evening. And to discuss the Somalia attack, we have Dr. Adiat Abiodun of the Center for Distance Learning, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. He joins me via Zoom. Good to have you join us.
You're welcome.
So we have continued to witness how Al-Shabaab have resisted military aggression for the past 15 years. Even more so now, we've seen more attacks in the capital, Mogadishu. What's your thought on this and what's your interpretation of this?
Well, I think basically to look at why that development has been taking place, we have to look at what are the basic reasons why the Al-Shabaab as a movement, why have they been fighting, what are their basic objectives, most especially against the Somali government and the government from the Western countries. Basically, we have to look at their belief. The Al-Shabaab is an Islamic group, basically a Salafist jihadist group. And their aim is to establish a caliphate in Somalia. And most importantly, it can be described as an offshoot of the Sunni Islam. And their major belief is that the Western civilization is seen as a kind of contradiction against their own civilization. So this has been the major thing that they are fighting for, that they want to establish an Islamic global caliphate. So to a very large extent, now the Al-Shabaab as a movement control a third of the country of Somalia. So, and to a very large extent, what they are trying to achieve is close to what the Taliban have been able to achieve in Afghanistan, with the aim to bring about a kind of Islamic lifestyle. What we can say there basically is that it's actually about cultural issue. That's why, to a very large extent, the issue of dialogue has been a problem. And also using military approach has also been a very big problem, or in fact, the biggest problem. That, the movement itself was established in 2002 and it gained prominence in 2006. And since then, the Western countries, European Union, the United States of America, and the rest have been trying to use their military might to be able to crush this terrorist group, but to a very large extent, the terrorist group has continued to exist in Somalia, and to a very large extent, they control some parts of the country. And their aim basically is that they see democracy as a religion, and they describe it as a religion of non-Muslims. So, and they see democracy as an affront on their own civilization, and see the fight against democracy as an holy jihad that must be fought by every one of them to be able to propagate the kind of Islam that they want.
Dr. Abiodun, you mentioned military might earlier, and I just want to stay on that. We saw sometime in July when 2 clans, one of them in Heshabel and the other in Galmudug, both of them in central Somalia, they say they were tired of being under the rule of Al-Shabaab, and so they revolted against the clan, and they were supported by military forces from Somalia and the US. But the Somali government is now looking to motivate those kind of uprising in areas held by Al-Shabaab. How successful do you think this will be, when you look at this kind of attacks being carried out by the group?
Yeah, to a very large extent, the groups, remember I said they control about 1/3 of Somalia. So, and to a very large extent, based on latest development, the groups still have control of the area that are under that they have the capacity to control. So that doesn't mean they don't have some internal challenges. But that's why something happened recently. A journalist went for an interview there, and what you can see is that they allow people to express their opinion. But despite the fact that they said you are free to express your opinion, where the camp they use for something I would call summary execution is very close to the place where they put their suggestion box. So what that means by implication is that if you are making a suggestion and you are saying something that is against the objective or their own tradition, you are likely to be given a summary execution. So they have been using a combination of what I would call fear. And also they have been using what I would call soft power, like providing food. You know, there is famine presently in Somalia. So part of the area that is under their control, that's part of Somalia that you can say they have a fertile area, you can call the fertile part of Somalia. So to a very large extent, they have been supplying foods to the people. And this has been one of the major weapons that they have been using to get more and more converts to join their group. So, and that has also made it very easy for them to get more recruits to continue to further on their mission.
I want to take a comment by the Minister of State for Environment and Climate Change, Adiat Abiodun, who was also in that hotel that was attacked by Al-Shabaab. He said it is time to finish up. We are determined to finish this, and we will finish it. And he was talking about finishing up the group. How easy would this be for government to actually see this to the end?
Yes, I think that's just a kind of determination from the government, but it's going to actually be very difficult. Remember, I said the group came into existence in 2002, and they gained prominence in 2006. And from that period till now, government have been trying, with the support of external powers, to put an end to this group, but it has been very difficult. And to a very large extent, the group has been able to strengthen more and more. So government can have that determination. But when you look at the fight, it's beyond the military approach alone. That's because, to a very large extent, more and more people are being radicalized. So which means that even when you target their leaders, you kill them, what you are going to see is that you are still having more people that are being recruited to join the group. So that is actually the part that makes the war to be more deadly.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Dr. Adiat Abiodun of the Center of Distance Learning, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife.
Thank you very much.